Well, here we have it, guys. Here's the next project, waiting to be started. The Camaro 1982. I do love working on old cars. They're very easy to take apart, and let's bring some new life into this beast. Obviously, there's a fair bit of work been done to it. The primer being the biggest obvious thing you can see. Wrapping on primer is never that easy when I need to get rid of all the dust that comes off on the primer. So a good clay bar is going to be carried out on that to make sure it can stick. And yeah, looking forward to this one. What do you think, guys? Beyond the grave, this is going to look pretty damn good in white, in brilliant white. Looks cool, huh? I think one of the big challenges is going to be the trunk. The hood is not too bad. I'm going to do this in matte black again, so that's going to be nice and refreshed. The hood has a few stone chips, so I'm going to fix those first with a bit of wet and dry, more primer. Headlights are going to be staying black around that area but white for the rest, and yeah, it's pretty good. Gonna be interesting. The major thing is the whole rear of the car is one piece. As you can see, it goes all the way over the top of the car, down to the trunk. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Gonna have to do it in one piece right across the top of the car and round to the other side, finish the other side. Luckily the width of the material is 60 inches and the car is 58, so not much room to play with, but enough. So with no further ado, let's start prepping. Okay, we decided that basically the paintwork is shot, so it's so rough. Just a clay bar is not going to do it, so DA'd it all over with the mop, and some compound, just some rough compound, to get the paint full of the decontaminants removed. And now I'm on to clay barring, which you can see with the lubricant and some clay bar. So here I am, just trying to get rid of all the roughness of the paint, and then a bit of alcohol to clean it all down, and then start wrapping. Okay guys, basically I finished DAing the hood and clay barring it, and now I'm putting on some knifeless tape to make the vent on matte vinyl. So what I've done is I've laid the knifeless tape down in the pattern that I wanted, and I've also used the heat gun to make sure that the tape is down firmly before I put the vinyl on, and you'll see what happens when I cut round it. Okay, so I've laid down the vinyl on top of the knifeless tape and everything's good, no bubbles or anything like that. So now I'm just going to post heat where the main curves are. Just want to make sure that it all sticks down nicely. It's not going to come back again in a few weeks time, months, years. Should stay on there nicely. So just keep it moving along the knifeless tape. Just cooking it in. And then we'll let it cool down, and then we'll let the magic happen. Okay, so I just go over it with my fingers, press down. And I'm going to make a nice straight edge. Go along the top and all the way down. Follow it down, make sure there's no air bubbles. It's all good. Sweet. Now what I always do here, this is where my tape overlaps the bottom tape, and I put a little curve on the tape so I know that one comes off first, not this one, because if I try and pull this one instead of this one, it's just going to run into this tape and just tear and make a mess. So first of all, I'm going to remove this, or maybe I start this side because it's easier. So start there and then do the same at the top where I curved up to show myself that's on top. Okay, so now you'll see the magic of the knifeless tape as I pull quickly and sharply, keeping it to the edge. Came up a little bit, then you'll see that it cuts a nice neat straight line. Okay, you can push that down again, and that's that section removed nicely. You can see it's nice and neat. And then we go and do the same with the top one. So as you can see, I pulled the knifeless tape across and it's giving me a nice straight line. Now when I come back to this piece, you can see it's bridging at the moment, but I'm just going to pull the top piece down a little bit and then feed it all the rest underneath the little vent there. As you can see here, I will pull this back and just feed it in, but I'm going to do these ones first. Knifeless tape back down here. So here we go, I've started the process. I'm just going to pull all the way up. So it's a bit difficult holding the camera at the same time. I need to get my stand. Just pull it all the way up and through, and then pull the tape back out all the way down. Wait. Sticky stuff. Right, and then just push it back down all the way up to the top. Okay, and then this piece is my excess. Pull it all the way off the car. There you go, we have a nice neat edge all the way down. Come out with a bit of heat. So we've got that all the way down. It's nice straight edge. Wonderful. So do the other side now, and then that'll be that piece finished. Okay, so now I just pulled back this flat vinyl from the top, and I'm gonna feed it first with this, really nice and neat, and then use the other end to go in as far as possible. Bring it up like this, and then gonna get the good old knife, sharp one, always sharp blade, and cut along the top, not cutting the car, just through the gap. There we go, and just pull that piece out. This one, there's one side done. Nice and neat around the edges, fresh bit of vinyl. So just got to mirror it on the other side. See the colour difference, the faded one and the new one. So yeah, repeat the process for the next side. So there we have it, we have two of the vents done, nice and neat. Just need to do the top pieces, which should be pretty straightforward. Use the knifeless tape again and finish that off in the morning. It's now 10:30 at night, time for some sleep!